Alright, class, fine. Girls and boys, ladies and gentlemen, all our dear friends, a very special good evening to one and all. Right? Please, someone, if you could kindly acknowledge in the chat box, audibility, visibility, all clear or not. Okay, we apologize for not having a class yesterday due to some technical issues. We will, as per our promise, extend the class today to 5:30 p.m. Alright? Okay, waiting for your acknowledgement. Alright, fine. By the way, as usual, myself Shabnam from the Code Ark, aiming to deliver coding, AI, data science, ML, and many more new technologies to techies out like you. All clear. Okay, thank you, fine. Then let's, without wasting our any single minute of time, go ahead. जैसे कि हम हमेशा शुरू करते हैं, a very quick recap of what we have learned last time. We started with some audio video tags in HTML to decorate our page. Is it right? To increase the features and functionality on the web page. Make it more appealing because I hope you might be aware, images speak louder than words. Right? So if image speak thousands, a video speaks billions. I hope you got my point. Is that okay? Fine. Alright, audio and video were the two tags. These tags had attributes like control, muted, what else I can say, autoplay, and so on. Is it correct? Fine. src will in the source tag will define the source of the audio and video file, mp3, mp4, whatever it is, to be played on the browser. We can also set the width and height of the audio or a video using their respective attributes. Yeah. Good evening everyone. Good evening Raji Guru. Good evening everyone else as well. Alright, fine. Later we had started with SVG part of HTML. That was scalable vector graphics. Application of SVG is it allows us to draw 2D graphics on the web page. I hope you got my point. Sometime we had drawn circle using SVG element. Sometime we represented rectangle, also a rounded rectangle, a line or an ellipse, a geometrical figure with two radii or a radius. Is that clear? Fine. Okay, now listen to me carefully. What is my strategy for the class today? आज की strategy क्या है? From today we are starting with CSS. Alright, CSS. So CSS is very big. We have dedicated at least 4 to 5 sessions for CSS. I hope you got my point. Number 1. Number 2, SVG, the topic that we started in the last class. जो पिछली class में start किया था SVG, that topic is not yet completed. But since with a fresh mind we are starting the class with, I will first take up CSS. And then whenever time permit in between either today or tomorrow, I will go back to SVG again to show you a little more effects of it. I hope that would be fine and you all understood as well. So SVG we have yet declared as incomplete. Plus our syllabus of the curriculum, if you see, there are some HTML tags which are yet left to be done. Although we are starting from CSS today, like a legend tag, div, division, and a span tag. I waited for div tag till the date today for CSS to start. Alright, तो करिकुलम के HTML पार्ट में से जो भी अभी बचा हुआ टॉपिक है वो सब हम एक एक करके बीच में करेंगे ड्यूरिंग जावास्क्रिप्ट एंड CSS as they hold their significance there. Alright, अच्छा, I don't know how many of you were able to make up for that assignment which I had posted last time or maybe drawn during the class. Is it okay? Like the screen web page was to be divided into two frames, left frame and a right frame. Left frame must provide the list of links. Like if someone click on the circle, circle should be drawn in the right side frame. Someone clicks on rectangle, rectangle should be open in a right side frame respectively. Also, I had given a link to draw some heart kind of structure, house or a heart, which was a collection of multiple lines. Is it okay? Fine. Some of them had even sent us on our personal window the solutions. We appreciate their work. I also asked you to make use of iframes, which was supported by HTML5. Is it right? Yeah, my friend. Happy Engineers Day to you too. Alright. Happy Engineers Day to everyone. Good. Thank you for reminding me that. I hope you got my point. Naveen, as of now, we are not asking anyone to submit the assignment. हम आपसे project लेंगे in the end. I will talk about the project once we start officially the JavaScript. I hope you got my point. Okay, we are also planning to extend the syllabus by integrating backend, MySQL or MongoDB or both. We'll see how does it fit into. Alright, so if that is the case, our series would yet continue for another 1 month with all that we have listed, mentioned in the syllabus as a front end, SQL as a back end, and one of the framework like React or Angular to make it a complete full stack. I hope you got my point. Is it? So assignments you need not to submit to us. For verification, if you want, you can post to us on the WhatsApp personal window. Alright. In case if you have any doubt, say you want to ask some technical question, you're stuck up somewhere. Right? Someone had advised us to create WhatsApp community in one of the past lecture. It's still in our mind, and we'll quickly do that only for assignment, guys. Okay, where we can have assignment basis discussion. Is that okay? Fine. Okay, तो इधर उधर की बातों को सब बाजू में रखते हुए, let's start with what is the agenda for the day today. CSS. First of all, this is very interesting. Once you get a grip of CSS, you understand where HTML stop, means what are the shortcomings of HTML, वो क्या नहीं कर सकता है. Alright, so here we go. Number one, CSS stands for, I hope many of my friends present here would be aware of it. Many, I can't say all. Cascading style sheet. Okay. Cascading style sheet. Okay, now this is CSS in which you only focus on the word style, क्योंकि उसका काम ही वही है. It is used to style HTML element. Alright, it is used to majorly used to give styles. Right, all the HTML elements. Now when I say elements, means I'm talking about tags. Yes, Navin, you're right. That's cascading style sheet. Okay, like before going to any party, function, or an event or a get together, the way we dress up ourselves or the way we do makeup to style ourselves, this is what inability of HTML is. I hope you got my point. Is it okay? वो पैराग्राफ तो बना सकता है, उसको हल्का फुल्का में भी कलर दे सकता है using font and all. But if you want to give some effect, like it should be shown a little shadow effect, or it should be shown a little glowing or some other kind of thing. Right? So that's not a party wear language. You understood? Like a daily wear के लिए आप वो HTML हो गया. भाई उसको हमको स्टाइल करना है, टिकटॉक करके अच्छा शाइनिंग शो पुट अप करके अच्छा दिखाना है. So we need CSS support to HTML. Yes, friends. Thank you everyone who are posting the full form of CSS. That is cascading style sheet. Now once I start coding CSS, you understand better. This is what HTML couldn't do, and this is why we need CSS. I hope you got it. Is that okay? अच्छा, हम उससे पहले कोडिंग शुरू करें, इतनी बात ध्यान से सुन लीजिए. And one more suggestion of mine to yours. Although you can watch these sessions recorded anytime on YouTube, but if you're attending live, first of all, that's a good thing. Number two, please keep habit of attending the class with a notebook and a pen, so that you keep noting them down. Alright? All the things we speak, हर example जो हम आपको live classes में deliver करते हैं, you may or may not find on internet live. Right? So please keep them noting it down. I hope you're getting it. ठीक है, coming back to the point. There are 3 types of CSS. Okay, there are 3 types of CSS. Cascading style sheet. 3 ways we can code for CSS. Number 1, called as external CSS. Number 2, as its opposite, called as internal CSS. And number 3, okay, thank you. Number 3, called as inline CSS. Okay, I will be first starting from inline CSS, then moving to internal CSS, then going to external CSS. Alright, but I would suggest everyone to follow the first one, which is an external CSS, since it comes with a lot of feasibility, cleanliness and ease. Is that okay? Especially for my friends who attend our web series. ये सारी series जो बच्चे especially attend करते हैं from non-IT background, try to make this foundation clear. I hope you got it. Yes, Navin, correct. Inline, internal and external. Right? This is how we start with. To save our time, I've already kept Visual Studio Code open. Okay, I'm working in a directory day to day, and I create a file. Let me call it as program1 day8.html. Okay, fine. This is a HTML5 program. You want your coded HTML5. You don't want your coded in HTML simple. It's okay because CSS, most part of it is supported at both the places. Okay. HTML opens, HTML closes, head opens, head closes. Okay, inside head, title opens, title closes, and I write the title of the page as day 8. I come inside the body section of the page. Body opens, body closes, and I code for a paragraph. Okay, see, I write here this is paragraph number 1 on the page. Is that okay? That's it. I just want to display the output, so I save it. And if the go live option is not here, so no problem. Just right click and say open with live server. Am I right? I'm executing the program using live server, jabki other methods of execution you are aware now. Am I right? Like you can use the live. What happened? Why is day 8 shown here? Okay, day 8 is shown to me on the page. Title spelling is wrong. You're right. The people who spot it quickly, this title spelling is wrong. You understood how HTML works, right? So instead of giving me an error, this is how it has shown. I refresh it. Okay, title spelling is wrong here also. Correct. So it's here. Alright. Now what do I want to know? What do I want? See, even if I code another paragraph. Okay. To save our time, let me copy paste this line. Okay. This is paragraph number 2. So you see, both the paragraphs starts with hardly any space from the left margin. Am I right? Hardly any space from the left margin. मतलब यहाँ से कोई space है ही नहीं. I want at least 3, 4 or at least 10 pixel का space from the left margin to be left. मतलब कम से कम 10 पिक्सल जितना जगह छोड़कर पैराग्राफ स्टार्ट करना. Alright, now this is something HTML can't give an instruction for. ये काम हमको CSS स्टाइल से करना पड़ेगा. How come? Paragraph tag. It has an attribute called as style. Understood? Style. जैसे कि एंकर के पास एट्रीब्यूट होता है href, img इमेज टैग के पास एट्रीब्यूट होता है src, body tag is an attribute bg color. Likewise, one of the attributes supported by paragraph is style. In this attribute, we define CSS code or CSS style. I hope you got it. Is it okay? Now, always remember, students, CSS is coded. 1 minute. Okay, CSS is coded as a CSS rule. Okay, CSS rule. Now, what is the CSS rule? CSS rule is made up of property, value, pair, separated by colon and ended by semicolon. Alright, ये syntax आपको follow करना पड़ेगा. If you understand the meaning of syntax, right? Syntax means the rule and grammar of any language. I hope you got it. Okay, the rule or grammar of any language. Like in an English language, full stop to end the sentence is a syntax. Comma, That's another way of giving syntax. Semicolon or colon has its own meaning as a rule of grammar in the syntax. Is it right? Fine. Font का attribute color है. Correct my friend. Font का attribute color है. Font का attribute size भी होता है. Font का attribute family होता है, etc. Alright. So CSS is coded in the form of property value pair. जो बच्चे confuse हो रहे हैं यहाँ पे, property value को मेरी भाषा में समझ के रखिए. Question answer. Alright. Question is a property. Value is the answer. And after the answer ends, you have to put a semicolon. Right? For example, what is name? Name is say Pooja. Okay. What is address? Address I'm writing in short. For example, Mumbai. City. Instead of address, let me call it as a city. Alright. So this is called as name value pair or property value pair. Question colon answer. That is how CSS is coded. So coming back here now. Coming back here. Margin left. You see there are so many other options. From margin left, leave space of, now your choice. You want to write 10 pixel, 10%, 10 centimeter, 10 inch. Everything will be measured in different way. Okay, so style this paragraph by leaving 10 pixel from margin left. Are you understanding? Fine. Style this paragraph by leaving 10 pixel from margin left. I save this. If I could go behind, you see this paragraph has been slightly moved ahead as compared to the second paragraph. Is it okay? So instead of 10 pixel, if I say 20 pixel, 20 pixel left से जगह छोड़ दिया. And if I say 100 pixel, so this is how it is happening. Alright, चलिए. Semicolon if you want to give another property value pair, मतलब margin top से भी उतनी जगह छोड़ना है. आपको top margin से भी छोड़ना है. So what can I do? Margin top. Say 25 pixel. Okay, pixel is a unit of measurement on the resolution people. So if I could save this, okay, top मतलब यहाँ से छोड़ेगा, ऊपर से भी. From right from where the web page starts, not the title bar, here where my mouse pointer is. Right. So instead of 25, if I leave 125, are you understanding? That means 125 pixel down the line. Is it okay? So this is how it is working. Right? You want another property value pair, say color. Color, as you see, Visual Studio Code, this is the benefit of working. It provides you option of so many colors. हमको अगर लिखना होता तो how many colors we know, am I right? Red, blue, green, magenta, aqua, cyan, or brown, or black, white, grey. I hope you got my point, right? It provides you options of more than 256 colors here. Are you understanding? Fine. 256 more than 256 colors का option आपको यहाँ पे provide करता है. If in fact we can give even more than that. Right, so I select any one color. Let me say light sea green. That should be the color. Okay, that should be the color. Do not forget to put semicolon after every property value pair. Right, so how many property value pair we are using? Margin left 100 pixel, semicolon ended that. Margin top 125 pixel, semicolon ended this property value. Yes, color light sea green something. And this is how the property value pair ended. Correct? I save this. Okay, so this is how it works. Is it okay? Fine. So you can also try margin right, margin bottom. Bottom से कितनी जगह आपको छोड़ना है? Light right से कितनी जगह आपको छोड़ना है? Is it okay? Fine. So this is what we can't do using HTML because ये markup नहीं, ये styling है. Am I right? Paragraph बनाना was a markup. My friend, उसको left right move करना, that is giving style to the paragraph. Alright, now suppose I want every paragraph to start from 3 property. Yep, my friend, 3 property. You can't say 3 property, in fact 3 rules. Okay, these are 3 CSS rule and each rule is made up of property value pair. Okay, let me correct that point. Okay, syntax of CSS is is called as CSS rule. Okay, and CSS rule is made up of property, value, pen, separated by colon and ended by semicolon. Is that very clear to you? Like for example, color colon green or blue or pink, whatever it is. Is that okay? All of us, please keep acknowledging in the chat section. आप समझ रहे हैं कि नहीं? आप हमको ये कंफर्म करके बताते जाइए. CSS जितना पढ़ोगे उतना कम है. I hope you got my point. Somewhere companies have the profile of recruitment only as a CSS developer to give the style to the web pages. Is it okay? Full stack me, I'm talking about just a CSS developer. Right. If you don't mind. Just a moment, excuse me. Okay, here we go. Okay? Fine. Now. This is my another... Good. Thank you for acknowledging. This is my another issue starts now. My friend, ऐसा एक नहीं, सभी पैराग्राफ को on this page I want to leave 125 pixel from the left side. Understood? 125 पिक्सल छोड़कर सारे पैराग्राफ स्टार्ट करने हैं. तो अभी होगा क्या? You see, the first paragraph is made to leave that much space, but second paragraph के लिए ये स्टाइल हमको फिर से कोड करना पड़ेगा. दिक्कत अभी आएगी. You understood? Things become challenging now. So for second paragraph, I again write style is equals to from margin left 100. Okay, 100 pixel छोड़ दो. Save this. Come back here. Is it okay? But if I code, say h1 tag. Okay, now I code for an h1 tag. Say hello or welcome. And again I code a paragraph and I say this is paragraph number 3 on the page. What's the problem? Come on, what's the problem? Fine, but the third paragraph again starts from the margin space, but it hasn't left the 120 or 100 pixel वाला rule. तो क्या करेंगे फिर? अरे भाई इसको फिर से वो स्टाइल देना पड़ेगा. Am I right? Style is equals to margin left 100 pixel. Save this, run this. So, girls and boys, what are you expecting from me as a developer? आप क्या उम्मीद करते हो? If there are 100 paragraphs on the web page, 100 times I keep coding this code or what? You understood? अरे वेब पेज पर अगर 100 पैराग्राफ है तो क्या 100 बार हम ये इफेक्ट के लिए कोड लिखते बैठेंगे? First of all, this is a waste of time. This is a waste of memory. Am I right? This would be the unnecessary. It will make the length of the program long. Is it right? Try to understand. जितना होता है उतना छोटा कोड लिखने का, उतना कम कोड लिखने का. Because short the size of the code, fast would be the execution on the memory. I hope you got my point. Is it okay? Please note it down if you are that intelligent enough, if you are that hardworking. Short the size of the code. Code जितना छोटा है, execution उतना fast रहेगा, performance उतना अच्छा रहेगा, response time उतना अच्छा रहेगा during or on the memory. Is it okay? Fine. So if there are 100 paragraphs or 100 times, why are you repeating the same code? So this time what we do, I make use of second type of CSS called as internal CSS. Okay, now what happens during internal CSS? We go inside the head section. Today is day 8. Right from day 1 till day 8 today, inside head we have used only one tag, that is a title tag. Am I right? आज हम title के बाद एक और tag use करेंगे called as a style tag. Style opens, style closes. Okay, one sentence, one time. Note it down inside your brains, please. Style tag is used to code CSS in HTML page. I hope you got it. Yes, shorten the code. Correct, Naveen. That's what I said. ओके, स्टाइल टैग से हम HTML के अंदर CSS का कोड लिखते हैं. सी HTML का सिंटैक्स इज डिफरेंट, CSS इज डिफरेंट. तो अचानक HTML लिखते लिखते आप CSS की बात कैसे करते हैं, राइट? फॉर एग्जाम्पल, सडनली राइटिंग अ पैराग्राफ और सेंटेंसेज इन इंग्लिश, हाउ कैन यू स्टार्ट राइटिंग वर्ड्स ऑफ हिंदी, इंग्लिश और तेलुगु और उर्दू और ABC XYZ, correct? The languages are different. So to code CSS in HTML, there is a separate individual tag called as a style tag. I hope you got my point. अभी इसके अंदर आपको करना क्या है? We code style common for any tag inside style. Alright, what do you mean by common? See, all the paragraph have this style common, right? सारे पैराग्राफ के पास ये स्टाइल कॉमन है. मार्जिन लेफ्ट 100 पिक्सल. सो वॉट एवर इज अ कॉमन स्टाइल फॉर इंडिविजुअल टैग, वी डिफाइन इनसाइड द स्टाइल टैग. ऑलराइट, जो मेरे आपके बीच में जो बात कॉमन है उसको हम एक साथ एक बार डिफाइन कर देते हैं और नीचे कॉल करते हैं. राइट, कॉल करने की भी जरूरत नहीं है, खुद ब खुद आ जाता है. देखिए, सो फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल, बिफोर यू राइट मार्जिन लेफ्ट और राइट, आप बता देना किस टैग की बात कर रहे हो आप. यू अंडरस्टूड द CSS हाउ इट इज कोडेड इनसाइड द स्टाइल, बिकॉज बॉडी के अंदर तो देयर इज अ पैराग्राफ ऑल्सो, बॉडी के अंदर देयर इज H1 ऑल्सो. हो सकता है आगे जाकर बॉडी के अंदर H2 टैग भी है. अरे भाई, हो सकता है H4, H5, H6 सब है. एम आई करेक्ट? हो सकता है div टैग है. तो आप कौन सी टैग को स्टाइल देने की बात कर रहे हो? फर्स्ट राइट द नेम ऑफ द टैग. राइट, यस, आई एम टॉकिंग अबाउट पैराग्राफ टैग. P फॉर पैराग्राफ. डोंट कोड टैग लाइक दिस. एंगुलर ब्रैकेट के विदाउट कोड करना. कोड द नेम ऑफ द टैग विदाउट एंगुलर ब्रैकेट. दिस इज CSS, नॉट HTML. Then opening closing curly bracket to define the style of this tag. You understood? Fine. This is the syntax, people. Let me write on the notepad first. Okay, here we go. Where are we? Here I am. Okay, how do we code for a CSS? How do we code CSS in internal and external blocks, okay, or forms, whatever it is. That is, first of all, name of the tag, name of the tag, followed by opening closing curly bracket and property value pair. 1, 2, 3, as many property value as you want. You understood? जितनी आपको चाहिए उतनी property value कॉम. Is that okay? Fine. Now in this syntax, name of the tag, this part is called as a selector. I hope you got it. I write here. This is called as selector, and this is, you are already aware, this is called as a CSS row. Is that okay? Selector is always an element, that is HTML tag. आगे जाकर I will tell you this can be a tag, this can be an ID, this can be name of the class, this can be more than one tag. But as of now, selector means HTML tag. Is it okay? चलिए देखते how does it work. Fine. So wherever there comes a paragraph, margin left should be 100 pixel. Is it okay? जहां जहां पैराग्राफ आएगा लेफ्ट मार्जिन को 100 पिक्सल से छोड़ देना, जहां जहां आएगा. Now what will happen? You don't have to define these styles. I am removing all the other styles also just to make the code simple. ये पूरा inline CSS हट जाएगा. Okay, inline CSS means what? When you are using CSS along with the tag. Okay, inside the body, when you are using CSS, that is called as inline CSS. I hope you got my point. Inside the body, if you are using CSS, that's called as an inline CSS. But if you are using head part to code CSS to give a common style for multiple tags, common style के लिए अगर आप head part में style tag use कर रहे हो, that means this is internal CSS. ऑलराइट, आगे बढ़ने दीजिए, ये चीजें और क्लियर होती जाएंगी. देखिए, स्टाइल निकाल दिया यहाँ से. out. No need to give style now. Out. Is it okay? So there are 3 paragraphs. Yes. There are 3 paragraphs. Come here. Where is the output? Date. So even if I code 3 more paragraphs, friends, 3 paragraph तो भाई थे ही. Paste, paste, paste. This is paragraph number 4, 5, 6. तो 3 के बाद 3 और भी कोड कर डाला. Am I right? So this means life made easier. The same thing repeatedly कोड होने से हमने बचा दिया. Is it right? प्रोग्राम को छोटा कर दिया. वही चीज बार बार कोड होने से हमने बचा दिया by giving one common effect to paragraph tag in the head part. Yes, of course, if someone of you is thinking, आप में से कोई अगर ऐसे सोच रहा है, भाई उसमें से पैराग्राफ नंबर 5 को 100 नहीं 200 पिक्सल छोड़ना था, तो फिर आपको ये इनलाइन से ऐसे बताना पड़ेगा. हाउ? से स्टाइल इज इक्वल्स टू मार्जिन लेफ्ट 200 pixel. You understood? There are many other ways. This is one of the method. Moral of the story, what I wanted to say, for example, paragraph को हमने इधर भी स्टाइल दिया है, but paragraph को हमने body के अंदर भी स्टाइल दिया है. So in that case, 100 select होगा कि 200 select होगा. Priority is always given to inline CSS first. Understood? If the two rules clash, टक्कर हो जाता है, that is clashing, right? पैराग्राफ ऊपर तो बता रहा है मार्जिन लेफ्ट 100 पिक्सल, इनलाइन बता रहा है मार्जिन लेफ्ट 200 पिक्सल. व्हाट टू डू? हाँ, तो इन दैट केस आपका जो भी ब्राउजर रहेगा, इट विल गिव द प्रायोरिटी टू इनलाइन CSS. आई होप यू गॉट माय पॉइंट. लेट्स चेक दैट. ऐसा हो रहा है कि नहीं, चेक कर लेते एक बार. इज दैट करेक्ट? आई होप यू अंडरस्टैंड माय पॉइंट. फाइन. सो दिस इज हाउ वी मेक यूज ऑफ इंटरनल CSS. नाउ सपोज I want to give some style to H1 also. H1 people. जिधर जिधर H1 आता है, that text should be displayed red in color. So how can we do that? H1 is a selector. This is the block. So color. Color should be red. When you say color, yes my friend, 200 select होगा. Correct. When you say color, that means it will take font color. 3 तरह के color है यहाँ पे. First of all, color, check. So, where all there is H1, H1 is only once. एक ही बार आया है अभी तक H1. Hello, correct? Yes, my friend. Inline CSS priority first. Correct? Second priority, internal CSS. Third, that is the last priority, external CSS, जो बाहर का है. वो अभी तक आया नहीं, देखेंगे. Is it clear? Fine. ठीक है. One is color. Another is background color. Okay, I want to give some background color as say blue violet. Would it look good? Red is dark. Let me take some light here. Okay, let me take this one, chocolate. Is it okay? That is Visual Studio's effect, people, to give that small box. आपको बताने के लिए भाई chocolate color कैसा दिखता होगा, वो sample shade है वहाँ पे. Fine. So background color and color में क्या difference है देखिए. I hope you got my point. Right. Similarly, you can also give some border, say border style. Now there are different types of border. आप देखोगे dash border, dotted border, double border, groove, hidden, inherit, inset, outside, ridge, blah blah blah. The best way to learn them is to practice and use them. Understood? The more you execute, the more you practice, the more it keeps becoming remembered. Is it okay, everyone? So suppose I make use of dashed. देखते जाइए क्या होता है. This is border. Now you see the default border color is red here. आप चाहो तो ये border को भी color दे सकते हो. For example, I want color as aqua. And here we go. Correct? So 3 colors you have to remember. First color, then background color, then border color. Border होगा तो border color देगा, याद रखिए. Border होगा तो border color देगा. For example, हम यहाँ से border को निकाल दें. Out. Save. So where is that aqua color gone now? Boys and girls, is it clear? Aqua किधर गया फिर? अरे बॉर्डर है ही नहीं तो कलर कहां से देगा? Asterisk and slash. I think it was buffering. Anyways, I repeat it again. Okay, this is how we comment single line or multiple line, whatever. Front slash followed by asterisk, and then asterisk again followed by front slash. Right? I hope you have remembered the meaning of comments as well. Is it okay? So you don't have to cut the line, remove the line, throw it out. You just have to comment it. Is it okay? All of us, right? So similarly, I also want to give some effects to body. Check. Say body. Guys, 1 minute. Before I come to body, suppose if there is one more H1. Suppose नीचे जाके एक और H1 आता है. H1. Say this is another heading. Okay, this is another heading. What happened by mistake? Okay, that means the same effect is given to H1 also. Right, so this is the use of inline or let me say internal CSS. You just have to code the name of the tag and the effects once. जहां भी body में वो tag आएगा, वहां ये effect उस पर लागू हो जाएगा, applicable. Guys, we would be grateful to you if you could acknowledge, are you understanding or not? Right, and be very frank if you want us to repeat something. कोई भी चीज repeat करना है तो आप please frankly बोलिए. ठीक है? Fine. Okay, you want to see other kind of borders as well. आपको और border देखना है. So that was dashed border. You want you can see even dotted border. Check dotted border. Okay, so this is dotted. Alright, you want you can see let me say double border. Okay, so this is line after line 2 times. I think so it is visible to you or not. एक के अंदर एक 2 border है हल्का सा. Good, thank you for acknowledging. And suppose instead of double, if I write here inset, a little hard, and if I write here outset, आप देखोगे ऊपर वाला bright है, नीचे वाला light है. Okay, this top and left is bright, bottom border and right border is light. Correct? Fine. Inset में उल्टा होता है. See, top and left is little light or dull, but bottom and right is little bright. Is it okay? If you have different property and value to use, how to define it with the same tag? Okay, then in that case, Navin, you have to give class. I hope you got my point. Like this. See, what is the meaning of class? Class, see, first of all, there is a attribute called as ID. Okay, if I say ID is equals to 1, or let me write A1. Okay, now what is the meaning of ID? IDs are always unique. Elements can be uniquely identified by the ID. I hope you got my point. For example, my PAN card number, my Aadhaar card number, or my mobile number. These are my unique identities, correct? जो मेरा PAN card number है या PAN number है वो आपका तो हो नहीं सकता है, वो unique है. So similarly, A1 is an identity of this first paragraph tag. I can give ID to second paragraph tag also, but आप अभी उसको A1 नहीं दे सकते हो, वो unique है. Give it anything. Similarly, I can give ID to third paragraph also, say A3. Alright, I say this. In fact, I was about to come to this point within some time. अच्छा, अभी अगर आपको P नहीं, किसी एक ही paragraph tag को ये effect देना है, understood? Then you have to call it by its ID. Right? ID आप directly ऐसे नहीं लिख सकते हो. That is the syntax of tag. Yeah, that is the syntax of tag. ID लिखने के लिए you have to use hashtag and then ID. Right? What is the meaning of hashtag over here? That means A is not a tag, A is an ID. Now HTML will search भाई कौन सा element है body में, where is element in the body who has ID A1, ढूंढो. Okay, this is the one. That means this effect is only for paragraph with ID A1. Okay, so I save this. Check it out. So not all paragraph but only first paragraph is been given the effect of margin left. Correct? मार्जिन लेफ्ट खाली अभी पहले ही पैराग्राफ को दिया है. अच्छा, अभी आपका क्वेश्चन थोड़ा और डिटेल में. सपोज आई वांट टू गिव 100 पिक्सल फ्रॉम मार्जिन लेफ्ट टू फ्यू पैराग्राफ्स एंड 200 पिक्सल फ्रॉम मार्जिन लेफ्ट टू फ्यू अदर पैराग्राफ. अंडरस्टूड? ऐसा एक नहीं. सपोज पहले 3 पैराग्राफ को 100 पिक्सल और बाकी के 3 पैराग्राफ को 200 पिक्सल. So in that case, we have to create a class of element. Class means group. ID is given only to one element, but class can identify multiple elements. See how? देखिए कैसे. Okay, देखिए कैसे. For example, instead of writing A1 here, let me call it as dot. Class names begins with dot. Okay. Class names begin with dot, ID names begin with hashtag. Okay, so let me give this name of the class as my class 1. इतना बड़ा नाम नहीं देते, C1 देते हैं. 2 classes of effects I created. Class 2. Margin left say 200 pixel. Is it okay? Right? Now here when you come to paragraph, simply define this paragraph belongs to which class? Class 1 or class 2? I hope you got my point. For example, there are 100 students. My friend, I have a kid in FY BCom. एक example, उदाहरण के तौर पर 100 बच्चे हैं. Right? But my kid is in division A. So division A means what? Only my kid whose name is for example Raj. राज अकेला नहीं है डिवीजन ए में ऑफ FY BCom. डिवीजन ए में 50 स्टूडेंट्स है. You got my point? So if I say tomorrow division A has to come, I am talking to all 50 students, right? Tomorrow division B has a holiday. अरे तो भाई आप पूरे बाकी के 50 बच्चे ऑफ डिवीजन B को बोल रहे हो. Not just one single roll number, correct or no? So my roll number is 10. That is my ID. But my division is A, that is my group. Am I right? So similarly, this paragraph belongs to group or class C1. Is it okay? And this paragraph belongs to group or class again C1. Class का नाम तो यूनिक होता नहीं है. Roll number 1, roll number 2, roll number 3, roll number 4, blah 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 blah, roll number 8, 9, 10. Everyone belong to division A. Right? Similarly, this paragraph also belongs to class C1. Okay. बाकी के 3 पैराग्राफ को I have not given any class name. Let's check. So this is what happened. Okay. Everyone who belong to class C1, because the effect was given this time to class, not a particular tag. Correct? Style हमने इस बार class को दिया था, किसी tag को नहीं. तो फिर चाहे कोई भी टैग जिसकी क्लास C1 होंगी उसके पीछे 100 पिक्सल छोड़ा जाएगा. Is that okay? Fine. So what about H1 then? Guys, not only Navin, everyone else also here. अगर H1 को भी मैंने वही क्लास दे दिया तो क्या होगा? H1 also belong in that group of class C1. See, even H1 is now following the same rule. That means leaving 100 pixels from the left margin or for the left margin. Correct? I hope you got my point. So there is an image tag now. Come on. There is an image tag here. img src. I have image called as rose.jpg. I set width and height to 100. Okay. Check it out. So it is here. Yes, follow same group. Correct, my friend. Correct. So अगर image को भी मैंने वही काम कर डाला यहाँ पे, say class is equals to C1. ये भी उसी ग्रुप को बिलोंग करता है. class is equals to C1. I hope you got my point. It is also following the same rule. Is it okay? So if we have different property and value to use, how to define it with same tag? This is what you were asking, Navin? Right? Different properties and value to use, how to define with same tag? Clear the question? This is what you were asking. Anyways, उस question के बहाने हमको ID और class में difference समझने आ गए. Right? Different property values, how to define it with the same tag. So you want me to say like this? Different property and different values. Like few h1 should be red and few h1 should be blue. Few h1 should be red and few h1 should be blue. So then better distinguish them by classes. All those who come to class A will be red in color. Everyone who belongs to class B will be blue in color. Right? So properties and values and how to define them for the same tag. I hope you got my point. Is it okay? Fine. So कुछ paragraph tag तो same है भाई, paragraph. But property और value अलग अलग है. जैसे कि कुछ पैराग्राफ की वैल्यू कलर वैल्यू रेड है, कुछ पैराग्राफ की कलर वैल्यू व्हाइट है, कुछ पैराग्राफ की कलर वैल्यू ग्रीन है. तो सबको हमें अलग अलग क्लासेस से ग्रुप में लाना होगा. आई होप यू गॉट इट. इज दैट क्लियर? ऑल ऑफ अस फाइन. ऑलराइट, नाइस टू नो दैट. Okay, so this is all about the h1 tag, or let me say this is all about the internal CSS. Is it okay? Now what happens, guys, एक बार देखिए यहाँ पे क्या होता है. अच्छा, let me show you something about body tag, then I will go back. Okay, external CSS पर एक body tag का थोड़ा बहुत experiment करके जाते हैं. Say background color, I want pink. Whose body? Now we know very well body is going to come only once. ये tag एक ही बार आने वाला है. Right, so body is going to come only once. Body का background color should be pink. Okay, so it is pink here. Right. All right, you don't want background color. Suppose you want background image. Background image. So you can't just write the name of the image here, like ABC, or I have this one, rose.jpg. The path you have to write inside URL function. Okay, the path to browse you have to write inside the URL function. Now since I have already stored the images in the same folder where I am storing this program, you want to see that? Check it out. Check it out. I think it was buffering, but it is connected now. It was buffering for a moment. Anyways. Correct. So since I have already pasted in the same folder, I am writing directly name. Otherwise तुम्हें पूरा path देना पड़ेगा. From where are you calling it? D drive, C drive, desktop, whatever. Okay. So rose.jpg. This should be the background image. Check what happens. Is it okay? आप देखोगे ना अगर. So this is been actually that. Can I get rid of this h1 for some time? Or let me at least not give it a background color. Out. Is it okay? आप देखोगे इमेज इतना ही था, खत्म होने पर वो फिर से एक्सटेंड होता गया. Means this is called as horizontal repetition. Okay, image is horizontally repeated. So see what can we do in that case. Background repeat. We say repeat x. Repeat x means on x-axis. Go back to SVG. I told you what is an x-axis and what is y-axis. Yes, Chirag. No repeat is always the best solution. But I am here discussing about what is a repetition horizontally and what is repetition vertical. Okay, so repeat along x-axis मतलब ऐसा horizontal एक के बाद एक repeat होगा. But if I write repeat y, save this. That means एक के नीचे एक आएगा. Now our web page is not so long, so it is not showing the one below. What can I do? What can I do for that? Let me create some blank lines. Okay. Paste. This is just to make my page look long. And in the end, I'm writing a paragraph called as page ends here. Right? After giving so many blank lines, line break. Okay, check it out now. I scroll down, I scroll. So this is a vertical repeat. Am I right? This is repetition along the y-axis. Y-axis. I hope you got my point. Yes, I can reduce the size of the image as well. Right? We can change the size of the image as well. Let me show you that how to do it. But before that, if I say no repeat, as what Chirag said, if I say no repeat, so it will be only once. Am I right? एक ही बार आया. That is the background. Alright. So if I write like this, background size. Okay, background size. You want to give the size in percentage or in pixel or in centimeters. Okay, so I give the size in percentage. Look, 20%. Check. Is it okay? So if I could give it as 100%, I think this somewhat looks good. And if I could reduce it down to 50%, okay, whatever it does. Alright, you can also take the position here, say background position. Okay, background position, say right. Okay. Okay, so you could see here it is right. Okay, the image has come to the right side, right? You want top right. So if you want to say top right, you have to write both top right. Is that okay? Right? So if you want to bottom. So this is how it goes to the bottom. Here it is. Right? Bottom left, top left. So that's all up to you, how you want to go about. Is that okay? Fine, clear to all of us? Right. So these are the possible options for background, and there is one shorthand method of using background now. खाली background नहीं, किसी भी style का shorthand method होता है. तो shorthand में हम क्या करेंगे? We just write background and answer them all. For example, you want background pink. You want URL of the background as rose.png or jpg. Okay, and you want no repeat. So this is how you can set it and get rid of all this stuff. ये सबसे आप बाहर आ जाओ. Okay, I'm not removing it, I'm just commenting them. I'm just commenting it. Is it okay? This is called a shorthand. Means don't write the name exactly, just write background and one by one set all the names. I hope you got my point. Fine. So this way also it can be done. Same thing is applicable to border also. See, I've used a border style, border color, border width bhi ek aata hai. So if you want, you can just use border. Comment this. Comment this. Okay, just write border and say border color, for example, aqua. Okay, border style, for example, inset. Width, I write some 20% or pixel, whatever it is. Okay, something like that. Is it okay? Fine. So if you could see here about H1, oh, 20 pixel is literally very big border. So let me reduce it to 10 pixel. Is that okay? Fine. This is called as a shorthand method of setting any CSS effect. I hope people are understanding well. Is it okay, all of you? ठीक है. अच्छा, अभी क्या होता है पता है? ऐसे आपको for example बहुत सारे tags को effect देना है. Now what will happen? See, unnecessary, the size of this program is becoming very long. Am I right? Not only one tag, two tag, but I want to give style to say 100 such tags. 100 tags को style देना है. तो वो केस में what we will do? A better option is to make use of external CSS. That means separate HTML code from CSS code. Alright, I hope you got my point. Please repeating it again. Separate, अलग-अलग करो HTML code from the CSS code. How we will do that? I create a new file. I write here program 2 day 8 dot, not HTML but CSS. Okay, the new file got created. Simply I come and copy all the styles which I coded here. All the styles, my friend, which I coded here. Cutting it, style is empty now. There is nothing inside the style, it is empty. You want to delete it. I will also do that shortly. Come inside CSS, paste it. I save this. Right? But unfortunately what happens, I think this one is not saved. Look, their style tag is empty now because all the styles I copied in CSS file which I newly created. So all the style gone. Guys, are you understanding? भाई style सब चला गया और बेशक चला जाएगा. आपने tag का सारा कोड ही उड़ा दिया तो चला ही जाना है उसे तो. Am I right? Fine. So now what we will do, remove this empty tag. Because all the styles are not defined in internal file. It is defined outside the file. Outside HTML program, correct? This is called as an external CSS. Right? Now, how we will bring this external file here in an HTML file? Once again, we go inside head part. Understood? अब तक का कौन से tags we have used inside the head part? Title tag. Then comes your style tag. And today I am using link tag. I hope you got my point. Link means please give the link of CSS file. Alright, fine. Yes, I can keep it to autosave, but here my Visual Studio Code is not on an autosave mode. Is it okay? I repeat the point one more time. Link is a tag to connect to an external CSS file. I hope you understand. Now, what is this external CSS file? You just have to write href is equals to which file contains all the CSS rule, program2 day8.css, उसका लिंक दो. आप जब कभी भी लिंक टैग यूज करते हो एट्रीब्यूट rel यूज करना पड़ता है. I hope you got point. Rel means what? It says relationship to the current file. Right? I repeat one more time. That means what is the relationship of this file with the current file? It is a style sheet. I hope you got my point. Okay, so what is the relationship of this file, the one which you have mentioned in href? इसका क्या रिश्ता होता है? What is the relationship of this file with the current present HTML file? This file is a style sheet. That's it. You want, you end link here. It's not a container tag. You want, you can end it separately. That is link. And even if you do not end it with a closing tag, it still works because it is a standalone tag. Is that okay? So I save this and I come here. My styles are back. I hope you got my point. All the styles are back. Fine. Alright. Would wait here for a moment of time. If somebody could acknowledge, is everything been taught clear to you? Cannot use anchor tag. Anchor tag for what, my friend? Like anchor? No. Wrong. You cannot use anchor here. If this is what you meant to ask. आप अगर ये बोलना चाहते हैं ऐसे anchor? Anchor? Answer is no. First of all, anchor is used inside the body. और अगर anchor आप देंगे ना तो किसी link पर click करना पड़ेगा. Like this. Understood? An anchor cannot import a file within the same file. Anchor is to redirect you to another page. You understood? और दूसरा पेज का एड्रेस एंकर के साथ cannot be a CSS page. It should be an HTML page or a PHP page or it could be an XML page. I hope you got my point. It cannot be a CSS page because CSS page doesn't have any output to be shown. Correct? तो अगर यही आप पूछना चाह रहे हो कि भाई इधर एंकर यूज कर सकते हैं, आंसर इज नो. Only link tag connects HTML program to any external CSS file. Good. I hope you got it. Alright guys, most of my friends who are present here today, put up your humble acknowledgement. Is it been understood or not? हम आगे बढ़े या आपको इतना बस हो गया? Should we go ahead, or you are enough with this part? Chirag, shorthand should be preferred. Okay, because with shorthand the codes become really short to use. Okay, देखिए कैसे, how. For example, we can go ahead. Okay, thank you for giving that. Go ahead. Okay, suppose wherever there comes division tag. Okay, division tag जहां पर भी आएगा, अभी हमने कभी division use नहीं किया है. Thank you. We have never used division. So let me show you first what is division today. Okay, say first 3 paragraphs and 1 heading tag. I want to put it as one first block of the page. You understand? Division. What do you mean by division? Divide. Correct? Thank you. In English, meaning of the word division is what? Girls and boys, nothing but divide. So that is what is the meaning of division tag. Divide the page into blocks, section. Right? So this is what division does. Right? So if I write like this, division starts from here and division ends here. Okay, sorry, division ends here. What happened? Okay, division ends here. That means now you can commonly give some effects to multiple tags. I hope you got my point. Multiple tags को हम commonly effect दे सकते हैं. It groups multiple tag as one section. बहुत काम का tag है people. Division बहुत काम का tag है. Right? नहीं तो अपने को ऐसा अलग अलग सबको effect देते बैठना पड़ेगा. So paragraph should also be given margin left 100. H1 should also be given margin left 100. You understood? तो सबको देखो हमने इधर कैसा दिया है, class C1, class C1, am I right? Again class C1. तो 4 बार class C1 लिखने से अच्छा तो यही होगा. You just write class C1 here once and group this 4 tags in one section. Correct? तो ये सब जगह निकल जाएगा. I hope you got my point. No need to define the class now because division will group this tag as one group. I hope you got my point. That is the meaning of division. Groupism. आप समझते हैं ना? Groupism. Multiple tags को एक group में बनाता है और उसको एक नाम से पहचानते फिर हम. This is group 1, class 1. Now where is class 1 here? बताते जाइए. This is class 1. क्लास है तो पीरियड मतलब डॉट से शुरू होगा. क्लास 1 ना, सॉरी C1 है. हाँ बराबर दिया C1. Now what C1 says, margin left should be 100 and border color, not border, background color should be say light coral. Is it okay? Light coral, that should be the background color. Now check what happens. You understood? So that is the first section of the page, right? So similarly now we will create second section of the page. Say this is division opens, division closes. I don't want image. Let me get rid of this image को हटा देते हैं. Division closes here. Okay. And this division I give the name as class C2. Instead of saying this paragraph is from class C2, okay, this paragraph class C2, this paragraph class C2, this paragraph class C2, this H1 class C2. 4 लोग को अलग अलग क्लास देने से अच्छा तो ये चारों को एक पैकेट में डाल दो. You understood? These 4 tags, put it in one packet and give the name of the class only to that group or a packet. Alright, so this is another division tag. Right, so you look, since other division tag was requested for the margin left 200 pixel, correct? Get rid of the background image. It's disturbing. Where is body tag? this is the body tag. We don't want a background image. Is it okay? I don't want that background image out. I hope you got my point. Is that okay? Fine. चलेगा. अच्छा और अगर second class को, that is class C2 को, if I give background color as for example, that was something, let me give it as a blue violet. Okay, we can also make our own color. Someday, time permit, I'll show you that how to do it. So this is some blue violet. Is it okay? So these are the two divisions now. Hoping people are understanding the magic of division tag. Is that okay to all of us? ठीक है. अच्छा, अभी एक सबसे important बात देखते जाइए. Margin left आता है. Then comes margin. What Chirag asked. Okay. Send attendance. I have some work. Okay, let me send you the attendance. Let me send you. But then make sure that you attend the rest part after the class, Saurabh. Okay. आपका जो छूट जाता है वो एक बार देख लीजिएगा बाद में. चलिए, coming back to the point. Okay, margin left, then margin top. Top से I want 200 pixel. So keep checking. Is it okay? And then I want from margin bottom, say 300 pixel. That means you understood. उसके नीचे 300 पिक्सल का गैप दिया. Is it okay? 300 पिक्सल का गैप दिया अभी. And चलिए, margin right I want for example 250 पिक्सल. Okay, इतना बड़ा नहीं दोगे तो भी चलेगा. That means you see where my mouse is right now, where my mouse pointer is right now. This space is 250 पिक्सल. राइट से 250 पिक्सल छोड़ा, लेफ्ट से 100 पिक्सल छोड़ा है. यू अंडरस्टैंड? ऊपर से कुछ 300 पिक्सल छोड़ा है. 300 ही दिया है ना? यस, सॉरी 200. टॉप से 200 पिक्सल एंड बॉटम से 300 पिक्सल. इज इट ओके? फाइन. नाउ क्वेश्चन व्हाट चिराग वाज आस्किंग, क्या करना अच्छा रहेगा? सो instead of using 4 times margin, you can simply say margin only once. Start from top, clockwise घूमता है people. Top, right, bottom, left. How much is top? 200 pixel. How much is right? 250, 250 pixel. How much is bottom? 300 pixel. And how much is left? 100 pixel. Is that okay? Fine. So I think the effect is almost same. If you want me to speak that again, it starts from top. So this is top, then comes, after top, then comes, sorry, this is top, then comes right, then comes bottom, and then comes left. Okay. Yeah. Right. So I think this would be a simple syntax. The thing is, you always have to struggle and remember, so you can get rid of all these. Correct? ये सब से आप छुटकारा पा सकते हैं. Is that okay? I hope you understood. So shorthand method should be preferred. Now one thing, try to understand. I've kept one image opened here. The difference between margin and padding. Okay, could you see this image? See, margin means ऊपर से जो जगह छोड़ता है. Border अगर होगा तो, okay. Always remember, margin is a space outside the element, but padding is a space inside the element. Okay, I repeat, margin is a space outside the element and padding is a space inside the element. Alright, so how can we do that? Check it out. कैसे करेंगे आप? Right. So if I write here padding left, say 100 pixel, check what happened. Right? So text inside the paragraph or inside the division has moved to the 100 pixel left, correct? 200 लिख दिया तो, are you understanding? Fine. So this is not, check it out, this 200 pixel is not from the margin, this is within the block, correct? So if I write padding top, क्या होगा जरा बताइए, padding top लिखा तो कैसे जाएगा? Padding top say 50 पिक्सल, तो ऊपर से 50 पिक्सल छोड़कर आए, and instead of 50 if I write 150, I hope you got me. Now there is no space, so it is unable to go down. That's the limit maybe. 250. I hope you got my point. Is it okay? That means it is dragging the place up. उतना extend करते जा रहा है ऊपर से, correct? 250 पिक्सल छोड़ने के लिए उतना जगह होना भी तो चाहिए, so it is creating. I hope you got my point. Is it? So what if I use that much from bottom also? Okay, say padding bottom say 100 पिक्सल, that means नीचे से ब्लॉक के अंदर 100 पिक्सल जगह रहनी चाहिए, so this is 100 pixel space, right? Similarly you want, you can use of padding right, that is again 200 pixel. You saw the border has got reduced. If I remove this, check, if I remove this, the border has extended the entire division block. But padding from right side, मतलब right से उतनी जगह छोड़ना है आपको within the block 200 pixel. So this 200 pixel where my mouse is right now, ये 200 pixel की जगह padding का इफेक्ट है और ये 200 pixel की जगह margin का इफेक्ट है. I hope people are understanding. Is it okay? All of us, fine. Okay, I think this is too much, so we should take a break now. Let's quickly revise all that we have done. We started from CSS. There are three types of CSS: inline CSS, internal CSS, and external CSS. Inline CSS is when you write the styles within the body tag along with the tags as their attribute. Am I right? Style is an attribute of each tag to define CSS style. But to give common effect to same element, instead we group them in a style tag under the head section and it becomes an internal CSS. To separate HTML and CSS from the same document, we distinguish or we cut and write CSS in outside file or another file. That becomes an external CSS. But to connect HTML to any external file, we use link tag in the head part with REL as style sheet and href as a link to the file. I hope you got it. Is that okay, all of us? Concept clear? Any doubt from your end? Sure? Okay, fine. Now by the time I see you back tomorrow, I hope tomorrow is a Saturday but we still have a class. The reason why, because the last week Thursday, Friday sessions were cancelled. Okay, so we are meeting back tomorrow again from 4 p.m. to 5:20 or 5:30 as long as you or me are not tired. Alright, whichever comes first. I hope you understand it. Please do practice, and if you really like our work, do not forget to like the session, do comment on us, and do share it with your other friends as well. Attendance link I have already sent on the chat section, so make sure that you also sign your attendance. Do not forget to mark your attendance, please. Okay, that is the criteria considered in the end. I hope you got my point. Fine. Okay, since there is no question from your side in the chat section, I would like to wind up the class. Tomorrow we will once again revise what we have done today, but please make sure आप कल एक बार practice करके ज़रूर आते हो. I hope you got my point. Okay, Chirag, assignment I will send as a question on the group. Is it okay? And suppose if I do not, I'm unable to post it because we are very much occupied till 10 p.m. daily. Suppose if I'm unable to post it, then I will give you 2 assignments together, today's and tomorrow, in the class. Is it okay? Fine. Now even if I do not assign you anything, ये हमने जो भी किया है इसे आप practice करते रहिए. This code I will send you right after the class. Okay, all these codes that I used today, ये सब हमने जो भी code किया है, program day, program 1 day 8, program 2 day 8, right? This code I will send you so that you can practice. I hope you got my point. Fine. See you back. Enjoy and do keep attending the sessions. See you back tomorrow 4 p.m.